Hi everybody, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas. And I am sorry I'm a few minutes late. I would promise to do better, but I think we both know that isn't really going to happen. I will try to do better, but I'm not making any guarantees. Today is World Kindness Day. So if you're watching this today or you're watching it a different day, make it a point to do something kind for someone today. There may be a World Kindness Day, but kindness is really something we should be spreading every single day. And let me know what you're doing to spread kindness. I plan to go through some of my cards and get them in the mail. I've been doing better at that, but especially on World Kindness Day, I want to send out some cards that are just because, just to be kind, just to say thank you, or cheer up, or yeah, I know the world is crazy, but you still have a friend. So that's what I'm going to do today. And today's card that we're going to make with the Dove of Hope stamp set, I use the peace dies from the Joy die set. So we're spreading some peace. But let me get you pointed down because there are some interesting things we're going to do with this today. Alright, let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. We are working right here, and we will be using some exciting little things later. We will be cutting out a dove in a minute. We're going to do the stamping with that dove first. What I have in front of me is thick whisper white cardstock that we'll be using for the card base. And I'm just going to set it right there. I did not do this yet, so I'm going to cut a piece of a regular whisper white 4 by 5 1/4 because we are actually going to build our card front on a card layer and then put it on the thick whisper white. So that's what we will be using. And I have already used the Joy dies to cut out peace. So I'll be setting these aside for now. And we are going to use the gray granite. It's my favorite neutral color. And we will be, I had to decide which dove we would be stamping. We're stamping this dove right here. I need to grab my E-block because this dove is a little bit wider. And when I use the E and F blocks, I like to ink up my stamps this way. Alright, and just stamp the dove on there. And then we will be cutting it out in a minute. But first, I want to go ahead and stamp on the inside of the card. Going to stamp the dove again, but I think I'm going to stamp him toward the bottom of the page. And then I will clean off that stamp. And we will be stamping a sentiment on the inside. I would like to stamp that sentiment, which says, "May your season be filled with all the wonder and blessings of Christmas." Make sure I stamp it the correct direction. And there we go. May your season be filled with all the wonder and the blessings of Christmas. And that is all the stamping we're doing today. So I will put that aside, clean off the stamp so I don't get ink on any of my other pieces. And go ahead and clean up as I go. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And get the dove cut out. So, I'm not sure what you can see here, but we do the base plate, and then the thin die adapter, which is number 2. And then I am using the metallic plate, although these are not currently available. They're still working on keeping them from bending. And then I put down my dove. Find my dove die. The one that matches the stamped image. Okay, that should work. Then we put the cutting plate on top and send it through. And we now have the cut out dove image. If you have been following me, you have seen me use some retired sparkle glimmer paper to add some sparkle to a dove die. And I told you at that point that I would be adding other sparkle and to stick around to see what happens. Well, that is what we're going to do today. At least one other sparkle. We are going to add sparkle to this dove with some shimmer paint. When you're working with shimmer paint, I always spray into a box or something. So this is my box. There's my dove. I have already put most of my spray mister container, filled it with alcohol, and I am now grabbing, you move my box, you can see what I'm doing. I am now grabbing my frost white shimmer paint. Just shake this up. Okay. And then that was not good, but that's all right. Who needs a lid? And so into my spray mister thing, a spray bottle, I'm going to put about 3 drops of the shimmer paint. It's not wanting to go. There's 1 drop. There's 2 drops. And I'm just going to set that aside for now. Put the lid back on this, shake it up, and then we'll add more shimmer paint if it looks like it needs it. I'm gonna grab that lid while I'm thinking about it. Okay. I'm gonna spray this a little bit on this box and see if there's any shimmer. It needs a little more. Okay. My dog was feeling left out, so he came in to say hi. Grab some more. That's an awful lot of paint. Maybe it will. Yeah. And then I'll spray it back in there. Then we'll shake this up. Actually, I'm going to close this up because it makes me really nervous that I'm about to spill it when I start shaking violently. Okay. Now I can start shaking and not worry so much. And spray a little on the side. Yep, there is some shine there. So, I'm going to spray our dove. And then we'll let it dry. That's why I've used alcohol. It will dry faster. And it will have a shimmer and be ready that we can put it on the card. So I'll just set it aside and let it dry while we put the card together. Clean this off, so we're working on a clean space. And now we have the thick whisper white card front, and we have all of these piece dies that are already cut out. What I'm doing, I'm being silly. I'm doing it on my card front layer. I am just going to lay them on here. We are creating a background. I don't really know how many I will need or in what order exactly, but I have a lot. I'm going to start by the tiger being red, going across the page. And so, that means, like that. Whenever this word ends with the next letter is what starts the next row. And I think I may have happened to accidentally cut out the right number. I do have a piece of sheet placed on the back of these, so it's going to be easier to go through and put them down. So I'm just going to get started doing that. I may not pull the piece of sheet off the back of these partial ones. I'm just going to partially pull it off. So there's a piece there on the part that's actually sticking. It took me a couple of minutes, so while we do that, what do we talk about? Well, I will be having only online classes, again for a while. COVID has decided to go crazy in campus right now, and I would like to keep everyone safe. So we will be having, the December Christmas card class will be online, first part of December. I will be sending out details soon, and, I also plan to have a kit class, where you will be able to choose which kit out of the catalog you want to put together. You're only going to have to pay for the kit, and then we're going to get together on a Zoom craft time, and just have time to put our kits together, ask questions on each other, share information, just overall have a great time. I could have used my grade paper and having be very precise in my placement of these words, but I'm not, and you'll see it doesn't really matter. The background is still going to look gorgeous no matter what you do. You are welcome to measure and put them exactly equidistant to the card to make sure your lines are all 100% straight, but it's still going to be beautiful if you don't. That's how I get about it anyway.
always say, if you're making this for your mom or your grandma, she's going to love it no matter what it looks like. We're almost complete. Might go back and trim up the edges. I'm giving her a dove time to dry. Yeah, that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. This one's giving me a little grief. There we go. We'll just put it right there. And there we have it. Okay, now, I'm going to pull out my trimmer and trim around all the edges. But all these extra parts of the one piece are taken care of. And then I'm going to get the ribbon from the snowflake splendor that, I don't remember what it's called, I will tell you in a minute after I cut it.
The Snowflake Splendor ribbon, and I'm grabbing my glue dots, maybe. This is what happens when I don't unpack from my trip to Stampin' Person and on stage at home with the Hearts of Oz ladies. I haven't put all of that away yet. Alright, and I'm putting my ribbon right about here, which means I am cutting some of this off because I don't need it quite that long. We'll use that piece later. And I'm going to put my glue dot on the ribbon. And there we go. Okay. So we have the Snowflake Splendor part sparkly ribbon. We have the background with all of the different piece dies in the white that matches the white layer that goes on the white card. And all I'm adding, I have little letters from a piece sticking to me. All I'm adding is a silver piece. And then let's see how the dove turned out. There is this sparkly dove. I can see the sparkle. I do not know if you can. I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. Flying right about there, and then we're going to layer this on our card front. And here we have it. The peace dove on the peace background. And this is a great Christmas card. It's also an excellent thing for World Kindness Day. And I don't know if you can see the sparkle on that card, on that dove or not, but it's there. So, it's World Kindness Day. Go out and do something kind for others and make it a point to do something kind for your family.